Hey, what is up, fellow Raiders? This is Vulcan Dan, and it's finally here. We have What's Next in the Raid episode 4, and I think this is what Plarium was talking about when they mentioned that they will release a video about the updates or the details on the dupe system. We have this right here. I can see Molly with seemingly there's an arrow pointing up, and we see dupe Molly's at the side. So this is probably where they will release the details on the dupe system finally. I haven't watched the video yet, so I'll give you my live reaction on this one. We also have the HYDRA boss, and as you can see, we have different affinities at the same time because of the colored arrows at the top, so that's interesting. We also have the Guardian Ring, of course, which is the new and improved sparring pit. I don't know who this champion is right here, and of course we have the clan boss there, and I believe this should be the HYDRA boss. So yeah, let's take a look at this. This is a 13-minute video, and let's see what they have in store for us. All right, so this is a nice early Christmas gift. All right, let's go.
Hey everyone, welcome to our latest edition of What's Next in Raid, where we'll be talking all about what's coming next in Raid. We've got a whole lot to wriggle through today, so let's just slither right into it. First up, the Guardian Ring. Some of you may have already seen our other video dedicated entirely to the Guardian Ring, but if not, don't worry. We're going to coil our explanation up into a small ball of cold, hard facts. The Guardian Ring is primarily here to give everyone a way to use their duplicate champions. It'll be replacing the current sparring pit in your Bastion, but you won't be losing the sparring pit you know and love. It's just shedding its old skin and being upgraded with a bunch of new additions. The first new add-on is Faction Guardians, where you assign a special council of champions for each faction that gives champions of their respective rarity within that faction a global stats boost. You'll be able to...
All right, so yeah, so we know about this one. They have showed this in a previous video. So yeah, so as you can see, assign 2 of the same champions to a faction Guardian Chamber to give all legendary dwarf champions a global stats boost. So of course, it's if you put rares, you will give the rares of that faction a stat boost. So it's per faction and per rarity. All right.
To assign guardians for rare, epic, and legendary champions, and with this feature, you'll get to have your cake and eat it too, because you still get to keep your faction guardians and use them in battle. It's going to be a huge boost to early and mid-game players who probably won't have any duplicate legendaries in their collections, but will more than appreciate being able to strengthen their rares and epics to help them climb over some of those tougher raid hurdles. The stats boost itself is nothing to hiss at and will be approximately half as strong as the bonuses from a maxed out Great Hall. It'll give you a lot of freedom when it comes to tweaking and adjusting your champion builds and play styles, as well as your Great Hall upgrade strategy, now that you'll have an additional layer of boosts too on top. The other 2 additions are exclusively for duplicate legends.
All right, so this one I think is new. We haven't seen this before. All right, so we have Molly right here, and you can see 4 slots, because yeah, I think you can, like what they mentioned before, you can power them up a total of 4 times. All right, so that's a +4, and we can see empowerment, stats boost, HP, attack, defense, speed, resist, accuracy, crit rate, crit damage. All right.
Legendary champions. First, you can empower champions using their own duplicates or some surrogates.
All right, so we can see that all of the stats go up if you get a +4, 40% HP on HP attack and defense, 15 speed, 55 resist, 55 accuracy, 10% crit rate, 30% crit damage. Quite substantial, I think. All right. If you get a +4, let's rewind this a little bit and see what happens if you get a +1.
First, you can empower.
+1, you just get 10% here, no speed, 15 resist and accuracy.
Our champion.
Right, you first get you get the +10 speed when you get a +2. Right.
Using their own duplicates or some surrogates.
And then you only get the crit rate and crit damage boost if you get all 4. All right, so at least now we know what kind of stat boosts we are going to expect here.
It's if you can't get more than one of that champion, like Lydia. Empowering will help you beef up your champions to make them extra tanky, extra killy, or extra whatever you've built them for. We don't want empowered legendaries to become unbeatable demigods, so we're capping empowerment. You'll only be able to empower a champion up to 4 times. Last on this list, but certainly not least, Champion Unbinding.
Champion Unbinding. Unbind a duplicate legendary champion to get life tokens. Okay.
If you're sure you have no use for a duplicate legendary champion, you'll be able to permanently release them from your service in exchange for a life token.
All right, so we get 500 life tokens for a level 50 5-star Skull Lord. Okay. So you will lose the champion permanently in exchange for life tokens.
You'll then be able to take those life tokens and trade them for a new legendary champion at the token trader. We'll be adding a bunch.
All right. This is what we were looking for. 2,500 for Minaya, 3,000 for Tomb Lord, 3,000 for Foley, Molly, Fushan, 4,000 for Sir Nick. So Minaya's the cheapest one, which is, I think, yeah, that's what we expected. And of course, they would give the Void Legendary the most, 4,000. So wait, we got 500 life tokens from that one legendary. I'm not sure if the ranking or if it's a 5-star or a 6-star will matter, or the level. Probably not. All right, but yeah, Tomb Lord, Foley, Fushan, and Molly are worth the same amount of life tokens, so that's reasonable, I think. But okay, so if we need 4,000 for Sir Nick, does this mean we need 8 legendaries to get Sir Nick? So I think a bunch of I saw a bunch of videos wherein people were going like, oh, do we trade in 2, 3, 4, or 5? I don't think anyone mentioned 8. I think 8 is a little bit on the high end, or it's a little bit too much. Although it is a guaranteed Sir Nick, if you don't have him, he's a Void Legendary. So I mean, if you do have a lot of dupes, I guess.
Special champions to the token trader over time, including some that were available via fusion events in the past. So expect to see Molly Tankard, Manaya, Fushan, and the new and improved Tomb Lord in the near future. In fact, community favorite Sir Nicholas will be coming to town very soon, so you'll be able to hand out some gifts of festive fury to some very unlucky boys and girls. All right, that's the big update squirming its way in-game very soon. But that's not all. Let's take a quick fire look at a bunch of other updates we're bringing to Raid soon. First, the Shadowkin are getting their own faction crypt. It means more milestone rewards, but you'll still have to finish every crypt if you want Lydia. So if you're close to finishing already, you might want to finish the job before you have another crypt to complete. Second, we're renovating the Tavern. We're adding a filter that only shows champions that are eligible for each type of upgrade, as well as the ability to change the sorting orders from ascending to descending. XP brews will also be grouped together in a single slot to make things quicker and
This is much better. Yeah, this is what we were looking for, to make upgrading champions using brews a lot quicker, so that we don't have to fill up all 6 of these and then wait for them to level up and then fill it up with another 6. Yeah, and also having the option to change the order, change the ranking, having only the upgradable champions show up, having the common champions show up first, that is an excellent quality of life improvement. Definitely will help speed the game, so we don't have to keep scrolling every single time we have to level up or upgrade a champion.
easier to manage. And we're also adding a slider to make it even easier to beef up your champions in one go. Third, we're adding rank and rarity filters to the
All right, wait. I see a new set here. We have HYDRA set 1 to 6. Okay, so the bonus depends on the amount. All right, so they're not talking about the HYDRA set right now, but I just saw that, so I wonder what that's about. But yeah, I hope they mentioned that in this video. And yes, we can finally sort by the star level of the item. Definitely, this is something that I have been wanting for a long time, and I'm really glad that they're putting it here in the next or soon. All right.
artifact storage, as well as making it possible to select all the artifacts you've filtered for with one tap, so you can sell your gear in bulk. Fourth, and my personal favorite, changes to save teams and skill instructions. We're increasing the number of save teams to 15, and we'll be dividing them up by game mode so you have 15 for each mode. We're also making it possible to create farming setups that you can run in multi-battle mode, along with being able to set different skill instructions for each round of a battle separately. Alongside these changes, we're exploring.
Wait, did I hear that correctly? We can set the skills for each round. So round 1 and 2, which are the waves, and then round 3, which is the boss fight, will have a different set of skills. I really like that. Although it's a little bit, of course, you have to micromanage your champions, but there are some skills that you really just want to use for the boss. There are some skills that you want to use for the waves. So if you're up to micromanaging your champions, I think that is a very welcome update. I hope this doesn't make the file size of this game too big with all of these changes, but I really do like these, and I'm very excited for the changes that are coming to Raid soon. Yeah, very good, very good.
Some options for how to make it quicker and easier for everyone to speed things up throughout the game, starting with Faction Wars and the Doom Tower. We're going to be kicking things off by enabling super raids for Doom Tower boss fights. And to keep things fresh in battles, we're also adding a new buff and debuff pair that increases or decreases resistance in battle. Being able to have an enemy's resistance is no joke, and we think these effects will add a new layer of strategy to Raid's battles across the board, including introducing completely new team compositions and archetypes. And since we're on the subject of new team compositions, the best thing for that is new champions. A bit of a tradition here on our What's Next series. What you're looking at now is a first sneak peek into the next line of dungeon delving. Boss-beating badasses coming to Teleria in the near future. Okay, that's all we've got for you. Oh.
Really cool looking champs. Looking forward to find out more about those soon.
Wait, one last thing. The HYDRA. You might have already seen a few leaks from Raid's sleuth-like detective community about the HYDRA already, but if you haven't, here's a full breakdown of what will be Raid's toughest, scariest, and biggest boss fight. The HYDRA is our second clan boss, in addition to the
clan bosses. There you go.
Demon Lord you're all well acquainted with. However, it's a bit different than just fighting one boss. You all know the old commonly used.
All right, so yeah, we'll see the old one, the OG clan boss, and then we'll have here the new HYDRA. And it's for the clan boss, of course, it resets every day, but here on the HYDRA it says 4 days, 21 hours. So this is something maybe a weekly thing. So we have HYDRA season 1, 2 weeks, 4 days. So it's kind of like a Doom Tower, I think. All right.
Adages, 4 heads are better than 1, 4 snakes in the hand are worth 12 in the bush, the more serpents the better. Well, they're all true in Raid World too. This unkillable beast will be bringing 4 heads to every fight, each with totally unique skills and mechanics to deal with. Actually, it'll be bringing 6 heads, but you'll only have to deal with 4 at any one time. We'll get into that a bit later, but first, let's break down the basics.
All right, wait, 6 heads, but you'll only deal with 4 at once. And then you get to use 6 champions right now. So this is the most we can. We've had, of course, 5 champs for clan boss, for dungeons. This is the first time in any content, any game mode in the game that we can use 6 champions. All right, excited for this one.
It's a big fight, and you'll need reinforcements. So you'll be taking 6 champions into each HYDRA battle. And just like the other clan bosses, the Demon Lord, you'll be battling the HYDRA to chase high scores and win huge rewards. You'll be fighting to stay alive as long as possible and deal as much damage as you can along the way. However, unlike the Demon Lord, the HYDRA will be running on a different cycle. While the Demon Lord resets every single day, the HYDRA will reset once a week. On top of that, you'll only get 3 HYDRA keys per week, so you and your clan will have more flexibility to figure out when you want to take the HYDRA on. So, the HYDRA will reset every week, and things will stay pretty much the same week to week. You'll fight the same HYDRA with a mixture of those same heads. Each head will be tied to a certain affinity, so you'll be able to figure out a good strategy over time to deal with the current challenge. Predictable, easy, right? But here's the twist. Every 4 weeks, a new rotation will start. This means, just like the Doom Tower, shuffling the pack. Each head will be paired with a new affinity, and the 4 starting heads you have to deal with will change. And in the future, when we add more heads, it'll mean entirely new combinations of 6 heads and a whole new challenge. To make things even tougher, once you've used a champion in a HYDRA battle, you won't be able to use them again until after the next weekly reset.
Wait, all right. So if we use a champion, we can't use them again until the next reset. So as you can see, Duchess is locked, Tomb Lord is locked. Okay, so that's going to make things quite difficult, because you're probably going to bring your best champions here, or some of your most used champions, but does this mean you can't use them in any other content in the game? That's kind of crazy.
So looking to lock in a single gimmicky team is off the table here. You're going to need 3 unique teams that can stand up to the challenge to get the most out of the HYDRA. Then
So you have three keys, but you can't use the same team three times. So you'll have to use three different kinds of teams. So this is, of course, I think 6. So times 3, that's 18 different champions. So yeah, so I think you can still use them in other parts of the game, but you just can't use the same 6 champions for every single of those 3 keys for the week. All right, so this is, of course, I think they don't want us making, of course, like your set clan boss team that you will use every single time. So this will force you to think of which champions to use for the first key, for the second key, for the third key. All right, so it keeps the game fresh. I think this is going to be very challenging, but yeah, I really like this new content that we have here.
every month, re-examine your strategy again because the script may very well have been flipped. Because each head is so unique, you won't be able to use the same tricks every time. We're not going to cover each head's skills right now, but here's a quick snapshot of the 6 heads you'll be fighting against in the first rotation of the HYDRA. The head of Torment, the head of Decay, the head of Wrath, the head of Blight, the head of Suffering, and my personal favorite, the head of Mischief. If those names alone don't sound scary enough, wait until you see them in battle. Things get real crazy. You'll be fighting 4 of these heads at the same time, and you'll be fighting hard to stay alive and deal out as much pain as possible. You'll want to cut off the HYDRA's heads to maximize your damage, but cutting off a head doesn't mean you only have to fight against 3 heads. Remember how we said the HYDRA brings 6 heads? Well, if you do manage to decapitate a head, another will grow back. You cut off the head of Blight, and it might come back with a vengeance, or it might be replaced by the head of Decay or head of Torment, whichever the 5th and 6th heads are in the current rotation. So, endless pain for your team. But don't worry, you have 6 champions, and it only has 4 heads. You have the numbers advantage. It's going to be like shooting snakes in a barrel. Not exactly. This beast has another trick up its sleeve. It's also going to be trying to eat you. Every so often, one of your champions will get eaten by one of the heads. Now, just like in real life, these HYDRAs have long necks and stomachs in their necks. So you have a few turns to chop off that HYDRA's head before it fully digests and consumes your champion. If you slice the head off, you free your champion and they're back in battle. If you don't, they're dead and gone. And we really mean gone. You won't be able to revive them, and you'll have 1 champion missing for the rest of the fight. Sounds like a tough battle, and it is, but the rewards are more than worth it. To recap, you fight the HYDRA just like you fight the clan boss. Higher scores, better rewards. Rewards will be earned in the form of HYDRA chests, given out at the weekly reset. And better yet, if your clan manages to fully deplete the HYDRA's.
All right, let's take a look at the rewards. We have this is, I think, clan gold. We have items. We have clan XP. I think this is, yeah. And we have, what is this? What is this? Is this legendary fragments? All right. Yeah, so there's also that new mechanic, which is similar to the Doom Tower boss Astranix, the Dark Fae, where one of the HYDRA heads can steal one of their champions, and if you are able to kill that HYDRA head, before the counter goes down to 0, you can get the champion back. But if not, you don't have the champion for the rest of the fight. Okay. All right.
HP, you get double the rewards. Let's talk about what those rewards are. Aside from the obvious things like Clan Gold, Clan XP, there are some serious rewards on offer. First, you'll be able to win fragments for an exclusive champion, Mithrala Lifebane. We're already taking huge inspiration from Greek mythos here, and Mithrala fits into that perfectly. We'll be releasing a dedicated champion spotlight for Mithrala soon, but as you'd expect from someone that looks like Medusa's long-lost sister,
Petrification. We will have Petrification, and she will be the first champion to do so. All right.
she's going to be able to poison people. Oh, and turn people to stone. That's a thing now, too. It's a really scary debuff that can take people out of the fight entirely, with a downside or two. We'll cover it in greater detail soon, but let's just say in the right hands, with the strategy, it's going to be a game changer. That reward's simple. New champions are never a bad thing. But what about unique rewards or new mechanics? Oh, I'm glad you asked. You'll also be able to win a whole new type of artifact from HYDRA chests. We're not talking just a new buff or boosted stats, but an entirely new breed of artifacts that give you set bonuses depending on how many you have equipped. These special variable artifacts will give you an extra bonus with only one of their
Okay, so yeah, this is the new one. We have Protection 1 to 6, new bonus for every equipped artifact. All right.
kind equipped. Then another bonus if you equip 2, 3, 4, or even a full 6 of them. These are
Also note that it says mythical, so it's not like you have rare, epic, legendary. So I think they're all just mythical, unless they're adding another one that will apply to all of the other gear. Or is this exclusive only to this new HYDRA gear? We'll probably know more about this soon, right?
unlike any other artifact sets in Raid and will open up huge
All right. 1 piece, 20 resistance, 2 piece, 15 HP, 12 speed for 3 piece, 4 piece, 15% chance to place a protected buff. Okay. And then you get another speed, so you get a total of 24 speed, 24% speed if you get 5 pieces, and then 15% chance to place a protected buff. Double, so I guess this is plus 30% if you have 6 pieces. All right.
huge possibilities in terms of artifact combos and builds. Right off the bat, we'll have 2 of these special variable artifact sets. Set 1, Stone Skin. Equipping a single artifact from this set will give your champion a modest but useful 8% HP boost. Equip 2, and you also get an extra 40 resistance on top. But equip 4, and you'll get access to an entirely new defensive buff called Stone Skin, which you'll get for 1 turn at the start of the round. Stone Skin will mean your champion takes almost no damage from enemy attacks, and makes your champion immune to all debuffs except for bombs. In fact, bombs will actually do more damage as they can shatter your champion, but it's
All right, so this is their way of giving bomb champions more use in the game, which I really do like. Yeah. All right.
still a
Okay.
great trade-off for all the benefits of Stone Skin. That's if you equip 4, but equip 6 and you get 2 turns of Stone Skin, plus a boatload more stat boosts. The next set's called a Protection set, and it works the same way. Equip 1, 2, or 3 artifacts and get extra stats. But at 4, the set has a chance to protect any buff the wearer casts or receives. Protected buffs can't be removed or stolen, so this set is sure to be invaluable to any champion whose buffs are the bedrock of your team. Just like the Stone Skin set, this becomes even more powerful at 6 pieces. The protection chance increases, plus you have the benefits of all the other stat boosts along the way. If the special mechanics alone weren't enough for you to want those sets, how about raw power and strength alone? Stone Skin and protection artifacts will be available in an entirely new rarity, Mythical. Mythical artifacts are a step up from legendary artifacts in strength, and you won't be able to find these anywhere else. Mythical artifacts start with all 4 substats unlocked, but one of the substats will be increased to the equivalent of a level 4 legendary artifact, meaning you'll be able to eke out a little bit more power from mythical artifacts than legendary ones. It's a small edge, but at the highest level, those small margins make a big difference. As you can probably tell, these artifacts will be incredibly versatile and useful pretty much anywhere, no matter whether you're focusing on PvP or PvE. The HYDRA is a huge update, and we'll be gradually adding more content to it over time, with awesome new rewards and terrifying new heads. And we're super excited to see what you guys think of it. And that's it. Whew, that's a lot. We hope you enjoyed our latest preview.
All right, so just a quick note, that protected buff, wherein you get 15 or 30% protected buff if you equip 4 or 6 of that gear, makes me think of its uses in arena, wherein, of course, when you're facing someone that can buff strip like a Madame Ceres. So I think that will help you keep your buffs. Yeah, so I think it's another set to use in arena, and this is just another way to keep those whales happy, and just find ways to level up the challenge in Plat Arena. But yeah, as a free-to-play player myself, it's not for me. I'm happy farming in Gold 4, but you guys, if you're facing that challenge in Plat Arena, then good luck to you. All right, we're almost done with this video.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. We've got a lot of exciting content in the works, and you definitely don't want to miss out.
Right, so yeah, so this is looking like, a really beefy update. I think their biggest so far. Dupe system, quality of life improvements in the tavern, which I really like. HYDRA clan boss, very difficult. I think it's even more challenging than the Doom Tower, because of course for the Doom Tower bosses, we can plan, we can build a team, and then we can be sure that if we use that same set of champions, then we can beat that certain Doom Tower boss. But this one, the heads will rotate, and you can't use the same set of 6 champions. You'll have to get another set of 6 for your second key and another set of 6 for your third key. Very challenging new content, and I'm quite looking forward to what we can do with these, because it looks quite challenging. But yeah, looking forward to that one. All right, thank you for watching this video. I hope you found this useful. Let's all look forward to this one. Advance Merry Christmas to everyone, and it looks like Raid will be very much alive in 2022 with these new updates. All right, thank you guys. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.